Hi there, I'm Mike, and the Hasbro Premium Membership 1027 event just ended, and I'm sure you've seen all of the reveals, but if you haven't, I'm going to talk about the Black Series reveals and maybe one other, and that's pretty much it. If you haven't seen it yet or heard it, I have just started a Black Series podcast called Black Series Cantina. We're not going to record it until like next Thursday, and I felt weird not talking about it because we did the Hasbro Pulse one right after. But I will talk about those on there on the next episode. So if you're curious about that, but I did for my own channel, for my own edification, I wanted to talk about the reveals that just happened today. So let's actually start with not even today. Let's start with yesterday. Yesterday, a surprise reveal. I don't know why they revealed it yesterday. I don't know why they couldn't have just revealed it today. Like, they were already revealing 4 Black Series figures today. Why didn't they just reveal this today too? And like, why didn't we just reveal it all during Hasbro PulseCon? Like, why are they spreading these out, but in such small increments? You know what I'm saying? So I guess let's just get started with the client. Now, this is Verner Herzog's character from The Mandalorian. As far as I know, he doesn't have a real name. Like, back in the day, Kenner figures were just naming willy-nilly background characters and making figures of them, like Walrus Man and Prune Face, Hammerhead. These weren't their real names. We all know them. Mammon Nadon and Ponda Baba. And I can't actually remember Prune Face's real name, and I'm not going to look it up. But, they all have real names now. But the client, it's 2 years later since we've known this character exists, and he's still just called the client. But anyway, he's a memorable character. Verner Herzog is, I love his voice. I love everything about him. So I'm excited to get this as a figure, but I'm mostly excited because he comes with a Camtono, and it's about time we got a Camtono in the Black Series. The Vintage Collection got one with their build-up pack last year with the Mandalorian and their child Baby Yoda Grogu figure. We didn't get one in the Black Series. We got the Beskar for some reason. We got the Fob for some reason, and he comes with these as well. So if you didn't get the Beskar and Fob from the Mando build-up pack, you'll get them with this Verner Herzog figure. And this is a much better thing for those things to come with. Those didn't make any sense for a season, end of season 1 or most of season 1 Beskar Mando to come with, because these are like things from the first episode or the first 3 episodes. Anyways, I don't want to get too bogged down with it, but I am glad that we're getting him, and I'm mostly glad that we're getting a Camtono. That's weirdly the thing that I'm most excited for. So moving on, next we have the first reveal of today and the 1027 membership premium stream, whatever you want to call it, is the Jetta Stormtrooper. Now, like a month ago maybe, I released a video about my figures I want them to do whole new updates on, and this was number 10. Well, not this. It was mostly just the Sand Trooper, but this is kind of a Sand Trooper. Like, he doesn't come with the same backpack. He comes with more of a camping backpack, I guess. It's kind of weird. So he doesn't come with like the traditional Sand Trooper backpack, but he does come with a backpack. But he's got the orange pauldron. This is the Stormtrooper from Jetta, the Patrol Trooper from Rogue One, and I think he looks great. This was a pipeline reveal from a while ago, so we're now just getting him in the line, and I honestly couldn't be happier that we're getting him. So I'm looking forward to adding one of these into my collection. Not more, because I honestly just don't have room for it, but I like that it's the new mold. I think it looks great. Figure they revealed was another, all these are pipelines, so I'm not going to say that every time. These are all pipeline reveals, but we're getting Omega, however you want to say it. That's how I say it too. This is from the Bad Batch. Great new character. I loved her right out of the bat. I think she's a great character. But she comes with her bow, and it looks like it folds up, and that's pretty cool. She also comes with a little mask thing that she had in an episode, and she also comes with Ruby, a little animal from the Bad Batch. So I'm glad to have all of that, because it would suck just to get a tiny figure. So I'm glad they're putting more stuff in there to kind of make up for the fact that she is a smaller character. And next we have my personal absolute favorite reveal from all of these, and that is the Bad Batch version of Echo. It's nice. He's the last member we need of the actual Bad Batch team. We got the regular Echo over the summer, and now we're getting the Bad Batch version. It's got like a scomp link hand. That's what they call the little R2 sticker inner thing. Anyways, so he's got one of those, and that's great. He's got a little contraption. They never actually showed off in the show, but they said that in the stream, but they wanted to give it to him anyway, because a lot of times with these figures, they work off a lot of like concept art and early images and things like that. That's why they don't always match up. That's why the Bad Batch Rex doesn't match up, for instance, because they want to get into production early, but if they wait until we see the final designs, by then it's too late, because it takes a long time to develop and prototype and get all the stuff done to the point where they can show it off like this. I cannot wait to get Echo. Echo is fantastic. Looks so good. And then the last figure revealed was the classic Return of the Jedi Bib Fortuna. I think that he looks great. I really, really do. He definitely is going to go in my Jabba the Hutt little scene that I've got going on my shelves. He comes with cups, which, why not? I don't really know what accessories he should come with. I was chatting with my buddy Dan when we were going over, we were kind of talking about the reveals as they were getting announced, and he said, well, what about the staff? Because the original toy had a staff, I guess, and I never had the original toy, so I wouldn't know. And then he had a staff in the end of season 2, in that little scene that kind of sets up the book of Boba Fett. Fat Bib Fortuna had a staff and Toy Bib Fortuna had a staff, but the movie Return of the Jedi one didn't. So I guess, yeah, they could have. I'm assuming at some point, if they ever do a Fat Bib, we'll get a staff with that. But in the meantime, I'm actually weirdly cool with cups, I guess. And I like this figure. I think all of these figures were great. Echo's easily my favorite, but I like them all for their own reasons. I don't think there was a bad reveal here. Now, none of these are up for pre-order yet. My assumption is they're going to go up for pre-order with Migs Mayfeld and Boba Fett, the Nomad version of Boba Fett that was announced back at Hasbro PulseCon. Those don't have pre-orders yet either. So my assumption is that whenever those go up, these will all be part of a full wave. I think that we'll see these released all together. I think they'll be pre-orderable all together, but they're probably not going to put pre-orders up until we're a little closer to when they'll come out, because of everything being backed up, in ports and things like that. I think they're waiting to put a lot of the stuff up for pre-order, so we're not waiting as long with pre-orders up. I think they're trying to minimize that downtime. That's just my assumption. But as far as I know, none of these are exclusive anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. So I think there's a lot of good here. I know a lot of vintage collection collectors were upset at the membership that there weren't any vintage collection reveals. I get that. I mean, I'd be upset if there weren't any Black Series ones, but I wouldn't be like that upset. I think it'd be more like oh well, and then I'll go about my day upset. Whereas these people are like real mad. Vintage Collection got 2 reveals and pre-orders earlier today. So it's not like they haven't gotten anything. So I don't know. But I think this is going to go up really well with my Rancor. And I haven't talked about that. I want to talk about the Rancor real quick here. I did talk about it on my podcast. So if you want to go listen to the podcast and my thoughts on the podcast, there's a link for it. Actually, the video version is on my channel, but it's also my podcast is everywhere podcasts are. So if you want to go listen to it there, you can listen to the dulcet tones of my voice coming through your car speakers or into your sweet headphones, right in like I'm whispering right into your ear, just soft whisperings. Anyways, I think the Rancor looks cool. It's a little pricey, $349, but at the same time, I feel like it's not so much about the height, it's about the girthiness. And I don't think people really realize how big this is. It doesn't have to be tall, but he is going to be big, if that makes sense. So I think for $349, I'm definitely in, but I am looking forward to seeing which tiers that get announced. There are 4 tiers. As far as I looked on the website, there were 4 placeholders for tiers, and they haven't said how many we need for tier 3 or tier 4, and they haven't said what any of the tiers are. And honestly, I think that's a bit of a mistake. That's mistake number 1, is this. Now, the Rancor was the first HasLab announced, and it was announced on Friday during PulseCon. And then on Saturday, they announced another HasLab, which looks fantastic. I'm not disparaging this at all. They announced the Sky Striker for the 3 3/4 inch Joes, back with O-rings and everything. And I think this is great, but I really do think they should have put it off. I don't know if maybe they're going for the Christmas crowd, because all these campaigns end in December, and now you're not going to get them until 2022, 2023 even, with the way things are going. So it's not like you're going to get them anytime soon, but you know, it could be like a thing under the tree with a card saying, hey, I got you the Sky Striker, I got you the Rancor, and you know, while you don't have anything physically, you know you've got one coming. So I've definitely gotten a couple presents like that before, so I don't know if that's what they're going for, but I think having 2 HasLabs going at the same time is bad. But the only thing worse than that is having 3, which they just now today announced a Ghostbusters HasLab with the Proton Pack, and I think that's kind of dumb. I really do. For everyone's sake, I hope they all pass. $400 for just the backpack. I don't know if people realize that, but it does not come with the wand, the neutrino wand. And if you want that, they do sell it. They sold it for like a year. It came out like last year sometime. The Egon's neutrino wand is on sale. Hasbro Pulse, $125. So if you want that whole thing, it's like $525, and that's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening right now with HasLab. I don't think it's all a good idea. I think they're spreading themselves too thin. I think they're spreading us too thin. That being said, as a toy collector, I'm not interested in the Sky Striker at all. I don't collect that set, although I kind of am a little bit, because it does look good and it looks like a good display piece. It comes with a stand. The stand looks great. I might be interested in that. I'm still kind of on the fence about it. Definitely getting a Rancor. Actually, I'm getting a few Rancors, to be honest with you. And I couldn't care personally about the backpack even a little bit, the Proton Pack, and just the fact that it's not the whole set. I know you can buy the wand separately, but like, come on, for $400, like why would you sell just the backpack? How many people are buying that, assuming that it comes with everything? I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are down the downstairs area. Am I being unreasonable about that? Do you agree with me? I really hope that everything passes. I definitely hope the Rancor passes. I know the Sky Striker will pass. And if you're in on those, and if you're in on the Proton Pack, if you're in on all 3, let me know. What are you in on? What are you backing? I'm definitely backing the Rancor. I'm still thinking about the Sky Striker. You got time. You got till December for all this stuff. They don't charge until they fund or the end if they're successful. So if you back it, you don't have to worry about having money until it's done, and that's when it charges. So go ahead and back it if you're on the fence about it, and you can always cancel it as well. So there's that. So let me know what your thoughts are. What was your favorite reveal for today? What was your favorite reveal of PulseCon? I didn't really talk about those either. We got a couple packs. We got the Cobb Vanth, which I think looks great. Well, it's weird that he's $30, but I think that $30 is for the extra deco. I think the deco, people don't realize the budget for how much paint and stuff they can put on a figure is limited by a number. And if it goes above that, they either have to cut the paint or charge more for it. And I think in this case, they decided to charge more for it. That just kind of made sense to me. We're getting some creature packs from Galaxy's Edge, and I think those look great. Weirdly enough, the actual creature pack looks great, but the First Order and the droids also look great. Looking forward to that pit droid for some reason. Let me know what your favorite is down the downstairs area. I love to read and respond to all of the comments. I'd also love to take a moment and thank these people here for supporting me on Patreon at a Black Series level or higher. Thanks a lot, guys. It really means a lot, and it goes a long way for helping out the channel. You can see I'm just doing this off the cuff. I've got no script or anything. I'm just talking. So if it's a little rambly, if it wasn't as coherent as my normal videos, that's why. Let me know what you thought of that as well. I don't know. I'm just recording and talking. But yeah, so I will see you later. Thanks for watching, and thanks for getting this far. Bye.